Hi guys, my name is Jimmy Peglegs, and today I want to address the Demon Hunter Havoc specs artifact traits. Your artifact is called Verus and Maramus, Twin Blades of the Deceiver, 2 Warglaives, and the ability you get is the Fury of the Illidari, which I went into some detail yesterday, but just to refresh. Grants the Fury of the Illidari ability, which repeatedly slashes all nearby enemies with your Warglaives. Some more information here. So 40 yard range, I don't think that's right. 1 minute cooldown. Throws the Twin Blades of the Deceiver in a whirlwind of energy, causing X amount of chaos damage over 3 seconds to all nearby enemies. So basically it's a really good AoE damage spell. I mean, it doesn't do much damage to a single target, so you probably wouldn't use it for that. But 2 or more targets, it's instant cast, best casting it, does really good damage. It kind of plays to the strengths of the Demon Hunter. You do a lot of AoE damage. I mean, you've got Blade Dance, I-Beam, Chaos Nova, you've got Fell Rush and Vengeful Retreat, and you can spec to make your AoE side even more powerful. So yeah, your artifact plays into that strength, into those strengths. Okay, I'll run down to, I'll show you where the forge is to upgrade your artifacts. So this is where you basically teleport into your class hall. So if you take a right or left, you can go down either side. Just come down here. And then it's on the far side, so it's to the right on this side. And this is the Cursed Forge of the Nathrazim, which I believe is something in Diablo 3 as well. I may be wrong. Okay, so it's really easy to use. Just click on it and it brings it up. Okay, so these are your artifact traits. Now, they start off quite cheap in artifact power, which you can get from, yeah. So you get loads of by treasures and quests and drops. I think dungeons as well, maybe. Of these items. I mean, like this one's a small one, only grants 5 artifact power, but if you use it and it gives you more artifact power that you can then spend. Have I got any more there? Nope. Okay, so now I have 360 artifact power. Starting off, I think you need about 300 artifact power to start upgrading it, but every single time you do upgrade it, it goes up in cost. So now it's for me, having upgraded all these, now it's 1260 artifact power per point, so it does go up quite considerably and quickly. Okay, so starting off on the first one, it's Fury of the Illidari. This is the ability you get at the beginning. So use it again. Your ability, and immediately you'll upgrade to Warglaives of Chaos, which increases damage dealt by Chaos Strike by 15%. Which is a really nice damage boost. Chaos Strike is your highest damage single target ability unless you spec into Fell Eruption, which is really powerful. Now, I think certain artifacts for some classes, don't quote me on this, but I think certain ones, they have certain sides, so like say the left side might be defensive, the right side might be damage, but it seems to be spread out, a mixture of the two on both sides, so just go through them. Okay, so this ability is Boundless Blades. Increases damage dealt by Blade Dance for 10% for each target within 8 yards. So it's just a very good AoE increase, just flat passive, which is good. Unleash Demons. Reduces the cooldown of Metamorphosis for 60 seconds. The reason why I went this side first was because of this basically. Metamorphosis is your DPS cooldown and it is extremely powerful. Not only that, but if you spec into it, it can also increase, give you 100% leech, so it makes you incredibly survivable as well. Which is the downside of the Havoc spec. You don't really do too much self healing, you do take a fair bit of damage. So this is really powerful as well. Okay, then we have Demon Speed. Activating Blur generates 2 charges of Fell Rush. So Blur is your defensive cooldown, or one of your 2 defensive cooldowns. It's basically like a souped up evasion. If you activate that, then you get 2 charges back of Fell Rush. Fel Rush is only on a 10-second recharge, so you're never really going to be out of it. Maybe it's handy if you need to get out of a sticky situation, there's no way of winning, or even if you just fancy travelling around a bit, because it's great for when you're gliding. You can go really far using Fel Rush and glide. Then we have Illidari Knowledge. This reduces the magic damage you take by 12%. There's not really much to say about that, it's quite handy. Rage of Illidari. Now this is the first buff to your artifact ability. It's when Fury of Illidari ends, 100% of the damage it deals, but damage it dealt, erupts in an explosion of Fel energy, dividing that chaos damage amongst all nearby enemies. Yeah, just makes an already powerful AoE ability even more powerful. It's amazing, so you want to definitely take this. Okay. Then we have Contained Fury. Now this increases your maximum fury by 30. Now the interesting thing about this is, and I'll go into more detail later, but even though it's only 3 ranks originally, you can actually see at the top it says rank 3 out of 4, and that's because of these artifact relics up here, which I will go into more detail after being through these artifact traits. Okay, after Contained Fury we have Demon Rage. Now this increases your damage dealt by Demon's Bite by 3%. Demon's Bite is your resource generator. It doesn't really do too much damage, and I suppose a 9% increase would be nice, but it's not amazing. Certainly nothing like Chaos Strike anyway. Still not going to do anywhere near as much damage as your other single target abilities. Okay, at the pinnacle of the artifact trait tree, you have Anguish of the Deceiver. Each time I-Beam deals damage to a target, it also applies Anguish. When Anguish expires, it deals X amount of chaos damage to the victim per application. I'm not sure how powerful this is. I think it's going to be very, very powerful. Don't forget, I-Beam is an AoE ability. It's a 20-yard range in a wide cone around you. And it deals a lot of damage very, very quickly, a lot of ticks. So this has the potential to be devastating, a lot of damage. So it's something to look forward to using. Okay, on the other side of the tree, we have Sharpened Glaives. Now this increases damage dealt by Throw Glaive by 3%. It's a bit underwhelming, to be honest with you. I mean, I was talking in my video yesterday, I talked about perhaps using the talent tree to spec into a kind of hit and run type of character, and that would probably be around using Fel Rush, Vengeful Retreat and Throw Glaive. So if you were to go down that avenue, it'd probably be quite powerful, something you definitely want to spec into. Okay, then we have Feast on the Souls. When you consume a soul fragment, the remaining cooldown on I-Beam and Chaos Nova is reduced by 5 seconds. Potentially quite a nice bonus. I mean, you want to be using I-Beam as quickly as you can really on cooldown, does a lot of damage, and if you talent into it, it can also turn you into a demon for 5 seconds, which is very powerful. Deceiver's Fury. You generate 5 Fury each time you dodge an attack or spell. With Blur, and you have 100% dodge for 1 second with Blade Dance, you could generate a lot of Fury with this potentially. I mean, it stacks the 3 times you can stack into it, so I imagine it'll be 15 Fury every time you dodge or an attack or spell. Very, very powerful, I imagine, because you want to be spending Fury when you can on Chaos Strike and Blade Dance and I-Beam, so the more Fury you can generate, the quicker you can use your damaging abilities. Then we have Inner Demons. Chaos Strike has a chance to unleash your Inner Demon, causing it to crash into your target and deal X amount of chaos damage to all nearby enemies. So this sounds very powerful as well. This makes your strongest single target ability, gives it a chance to also have a really strong AoE component to it as well. So as I said before, the Havoc spec is really geared towards doing a lot of AoE damage. I mean, even the talents kind of back that up. Even your single target damage dealing abilities will do a lot of AoE damage, which is nothing to turn your nose up at. Okay, Overwhelming Power. When Chaos Nova stuns a target, it has a 10% chance to generate a soul fragment. I imagine this will be 30%, that's rank 3 out of 3. Again, AoE ability, so this will increase, I imagine, with the more targets that you hit. This could be really powerful, because if you generate a soul fragment off a demon, you also get a 20% damage increase, I believe. I'm not sure if that happens to the soul fragments you generate before they die, or if that's just when they die, but sounds quite handy. Okay, then we have critical chaos. Increases the critical strike damage dealt by chaos strike by 3%. This is good. I mean, chaos strike does do a lot of critical hits when you're in metamorphosis. And if you were to go for a crit build, which would be very handy, because if you have a critical strike with chaos strike, then it refunds the fury cost. Then potentially you could do a lot of damage. I mean, I'm not sure whether a mastery build or a critical strike build would probably be more beneficial. Mastery would increase your chaos damage by a considerable amount, whereas critical strike would probably increase the damage and the amount of times you can use chaos strike, which is your highest damage single target ability. Okay, the last one is chaos vision. Now, stacks 3 times, so I imagine it'll be increases damage dealt by being by 15%. It's just a flat damage increase. Very nice. Okay, now we have up at the top 3 relic slots. Now, what relic slots do is that's how you upgrade your eye level for your artifact. So this one gave my artifact plus 25 item levels, so it increases the damage, and it also gives a ranking to contain fury, which increases my maximum fury by 30. But that's just my current rank. In reality it increases it by 10, but where I could only spec into it 3 times, with the relic it's actually got 4 points I can put into it now, so it gives me 1 rank for free, up to a potential 4. So it means that I'll be able to increase my maximum fury by 40 instead of 30. This one increases the critical strike damage dealt by chaos strike by 3%. Now you'll notice that I don't actually have any points into these two, into sharpened glaive, so there's no chance of me putting points into this, but with the relic I can spec into it with 1 rank from that, so that's really handy. This one I'm not unlocked yet, but it's the Fell Artifact relic slot, and to unlock it I had to complete the Demon Hunter Order campaign, which I'm hopefully on the way to doing, but I'm not sure how far along I am. Okay, so that's your artifact. These are the traits you can spec into. This is, hopefully it gives you some idea of the kind of customization you can do with it and how much powerful you can make it. It's quite interesting. Through the Curse Forger and Naphrezim we can also change the appearance of our glaives. Now, up to now there's only 4 here, but I think we can get more. I'm not sure, but I'll look into that in a second. Okay, so the ones I've unlocked at the moment, just from getting to level 110 really. The green ones, this is what you start out with. This is how your artifact looks when you get it. Then we have blue, which looks nice. Purple. And red. Looks good as well. So it gives you some ability to customize it, to go through old raids, get some transmog gear that kind of suits each colour. Personally I like the green only because it matches the gear you get from just levelling. Okay, hand the Illidari, complete the Demon Hunter class hall campaign. So when I complete it, I'll get this model. It looks good. If I look at the artifact trait, it turns green. Research the full history of your artifact in the class hall, it goes purple. And complete the achievement this side up, turns red. All look great. Okay, the Darkened Blade. To complete the questline Balance of Power, I would unlock this to look good. Looks very good. Complete the achievement Unleashed Monstrosities, turns green. Yeah, looks sickly kind of fell green colour. Complete a challenge mode dungeon using a level 15 keystone, which I think is a similar kind of mechanic from Diablo 3. Don't quote me on that though. It looks good. Complete the achievement Glory of the Legion Hero. So I imagine that's complete all the raid achievements, and you get in a bright blood red instead of a dark kind of crimson. Demon's Touch. Complete a quest, the victor spoils after achieving prestige level 2. Okay, this is PvP. Looks nice. It's quite impressive. Reach prestige level 5 and earn a crest of heroism. So again, PvP. That looks good. Reach prestige level 9 and earn a crest of carnage. Reach prestige level 13 and earn a crest of devastation. Okay. They look very nice. Very nice indeed. And it's good that PvP again, some kind of reward specific only. Hopefully I'll encourage more people to do it. So brilliant. Okay. Now, I think there might be other kinds of artifacts. I'm just looking at these. They seem to change. I mean, this one's called Empowered. This one's Demon Fused. And on this side, I mean, that looks like one of the ones that you could unlock anyway, but this is a Flame Blade, which looks pretty fantastic to me. So hopefully we'll be able to unlock that at some point. Fingers crossed. And if you're wondering what prestige is, prestige levels, if I can just find it, honor talents. Okay, so this is basically, it's like a PvP skill tree. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail now, but when you get to level 110, you automatically unlock the first one, Gladiator's Medallion, which is basically the trinket. And then I assume that when you go to prestige levels, I'll unlock hardiness. So does it go down this way? It's quite interesting. So it unlocks hardiness. I personally love the look of this one. You fly into the air out of harm's way. While floating, you gain access to fell lands, allowing you to deal damage to enemies below. Unlocks at honor level 28. So it sounds like flying around basically and bombing enemy players, which sounds like good fun. Can't wait to get that. Anyway, thanks for listening. I hope that's answered some of your questions about artifacts, assuming you had any. Yeah, if you leave me a like on the video or comment, that'd be much appreciated. It helps me out immensely. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.